Hello and welcome to GadgetGuideUSA. Thanks for watching my Viotek NB-9X product review. As you can see here, I have the box here. I have actually used them for about 4 days now, all on the same charge, so that's pretty incredible. Normally I try to do a time test, and I have over 12 hours of music, but I just decided to just go ahead, and it lasted 4 days. I've listed to 12 and a half hours of music, and I still have battery left. That I'm just going to go ahead and assume that it's plenty of playtime. So far I'm satisfied with the battery life, but we're going to go ahead. It says the Viotek NB-9. When I purchased them on Amazon, they said they were NB-9X. So I'm not sure what the discrepancy means, and I can't find any NB-9s under the Viotek brand. I did find some, other ones that look very similar. So basically, here's the box. It claims 45 hours of music playback. Like I said, over 4 days, I charged it up completely. Listen, I have about 12 and a half hours of listen plus all that standby time, and it still has charge left. So I'm not sure exactly how long it lasts, but 45 hours definitely seems realistic, or at least plausible. Padded ear cushions. The ear cushions are really soft. Adjustable headband, audio control panel, pedometer. It's got all that stuff. Alright, easily switch between calls and music. Okay, it does that. You can operate calls and everything. So there we go. 40 millimeters, 32 ohms, cover. Alright, so that's a bunch of stuff no one really cares about. The frequency range, it does go down to 20 hertz. Some of them end up at 40 hertz, and it kind of muddies the low end. These don't have mind-blowing bass, but they do actually have really solid bass, and the highs are very clear. I was really impressed with the treble and mids. The bass, for a $40 wireless headset, the bass is great. Of course, it's not going to be as good as a $200 wireless headset, but for the value it offers at $40, I would definitely recommend them. Alright, so that's pretty much you all see on the box. You see the Viotek logo, every sounder, and so a bunch of marketing stuff. Let's go ahead and go inside. Okay, so what you'll find inside, this is exactly pretty much how it comes packaged. It does come with this protective case. I really don't personally need a protective case. However, it is nice to have. I guess you could put other stuff in it if you really needed something else to protect. It's really just like a large sunglass case. I mean, it's not hard shell, but it is quite protective. So I did put it back in there. It includes both a micro USB charging cable and a 3.5 millimeter male-to-male cable. And the male cable is actually handy, not the cable itself. But one of the best features about this headset is when it dies, or you turn it off and don't want to use the juice, you can actually just plug it in and it works as a normal set of stereo headphones. Just to note, when the power's off, it works fine, but the sound isn't amplified. So you can make it really loud when the power is on, but when you hook it up to a 3.5 millimeter, you're kind of stuck to whatever you're plugging into. So I plugged it into a projector that didn't have volume controls, so the sound wasn't very loud. However, when you hook it up to something else, with a volume control, it works great. So that's a really nice feature. I don't always get them charged, but at the same time, I like the fact that I can just plug them in and use them as a regular set of headphones whenever I would like. So we have some buttons here, and basically you have your power button that also answers calls. You have your volume button. One of my complaints is that it doesn't beep every time you change the volume. It only beeps when you reach like no volume or max volume. So I guess it's not that big of a deal. The volume's getting louder, but at the same time, if you're in between songs adjusting music, you can't tell how loud it is. I like a confirmation beep. Every time you click plus, you can hear a beep, 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 and the beeping gets louder, so you know how loud it is. Really a minor complaint. My other complaint, let's go ahead and get that out of the way, is that the voice is a little bit Chinese. I know that sounds kind of terrible, and a minor complaint once again, but my two minor complaints would be the failure of a confirmation beep, and then the voice. It says, power on. Not really that big of a deal, but at the same time, hey. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go over the manual now. You can see it's a little beat up. They put it in the box there, so it gets a little folded. I guess it doesn't really bother anybody but me, but let's go on. Alright, so we got Bluetooth, it tells you all the diagrams, the answer button, the audio control panel button, and points out the micro USB charger, which is a standard, and then of course the 3.5 millimeter jack. Tells you how to adjust the headband, pretty simple, slide it. Connecting to an audio source. By default, use 4 zeros. My phone did not ask for the password, but some of the other devices I tried to pair it to did ask for a password. And that's not normal for most of the devices I pair, so I did actually have to know it's 4 zeros. Alright, and you can connect more than one device. Basically, you just connect them, turn them off. It's a really simple process. I don't need to connect two devices currently, but if I did, it's nice to have that feature. You can unpair them. And then NFC Connect Mode does make it a little bit easier. Basically, if you have NFC activated on your phone, this right here is an NFC chip. You can just put it right here when it's in pairing mode, and you'll automatically pair to it through NFC. So, you know, a handy little feature. I'd never use NFC Connect really, just simply because Bluetooth connection is so easy. And I don't normally keep NFC on all the time, mainly because I don't use the rings very much anymore. But if you're an NFC fan, hey, you got it. It comes with the AUX audio cable, managing calls. Basically, managing calls is really easy. Push that button to answer the phone. If you tap it again, it will hang up, and then if you hold it down for like 3 seconds, it will turn it off, so don't do that. And also, if you double click it, it will redial the last number called. Wait, I gotta hang up the call because it's sorry about that. My phone was dialing numbers since I double clicked the power button. Alright, and you can switch language. I did not attempt that feature. I just assumed that it worked. And then here's the NB Smartwear app. Essentially that's how the pedometer logs in. The NB Smartwear definitely works, so it's there. I really don't care about a pedometer, but at the same time, it did work. However, when you keep the headphone like in your pocket or something and you're walking around, it doesn't seem to be very accurate. It only seems to be accurate when you're on your head. I'm not exactly sure how it works. I was just basically testing out the step counter, and then I realized that when I'm not wearing them or when I'm wearing them on my neck, it's miscounting or something like that. So it really only seems accurate when you're wearing it on your head. And if you're carrying it around with your hands, it seems to say, oh, you walked 1 billion steps. It's like, no, I just moved my hands too much. ADD. Okay, so it just tells you a little bit about the app. It's really simple to operate. Normally I'd go over the app, but it's just a pedometer. You basically just log in, set the settings, and go. I don't feel like that's worth any time. And I also don't care that this has a pedometer. And then you go over the 1-year warranty. I am a Viotek fan simply because of the support they offer. They have, you know, you can live chat them at viotek.com, you can email them. They even answer on Saturday and Sunday. So the Viotek support has been really good to me, both for my monitors, and I've bought a few computer cases from them, which I've also reviewed. So I'm kind of a fan of Viotek. They have sent me free stuff in the past. I did pay for this, but at the same time, that does not affect my review. One thing I didn't mention, it does have an indicator light right here that will blink to let you know, pairing process. It'll blink occasionally when it's on and paired, and it blinks faster when it's on and not paired. So physically, as you look at the device, I mean, it's well made. I do like the fact that it folds up, pretty simply, so you can store it anywhere. I actually literally carry these in my pocket when I know I'm going to use them. They spin like this for comfort, I guess. I'm not really sure, but it does help. In some cases, not really. So I'm not really sure why they fold like this. Maybe something to do with, folding it up. But at the same time, I prefer it like that. The ear ports are extremely soft and comfortable. So that's probably my favorite feature about this is the really soft headset on the really soft earpieces. I do happen to wear these for pretty long music sessions, normally 2 or 3 hours at a time, and I have about 12.5 hours on these, and they still look brand new. So overall, the Viotek NB-9, I believe they are $40 on Amazon. Yeah, $39.99 on Amazon. Definitely worth every penny. Oh, and people are calling me, so sorry about that. But overall, I definitely recommend the NB-9. It's an excellent value for the price. Amazon, eBay, wherever you get it. And overall, definitely 2 thumbs up from the Gadget Guide. As always, always appreciate donations. Please like, share, and comment. And as always, if you have any suggestions, questions, or any projects you're working on that you can't figure out, please email me at GadgetGuideUSA@gmail.com. Thank you for your time.